I have been obsessed with finding the fastest and best possible ways to rank up in Marvel Rivals ever since it launched, and after over a decade of grinding self-improvement, hitting the gym, devouring books, tackling the toughest challenges that interested me, hitting Unreal rank in Fortnite, hundreds of hours in aim trainers to hone my skills, I've cracked the code to climbing from bronze to the top percentile in Marvel Rivals while still crushing it in real life. I'm giving you all my secrets for free to help you skyrocket your rank and maybe even change your life along the way. Let's dive into the meat of it, how to master your gameplay in Marvel Rivals. If you're stuck in silver or gold, it's probably because you're underestimating how hard it is to sharpen your mechanics in Gamesense. Just like learning bench press or to speed read a philosophy book, improving in Marvel Rivals requires breaking down the core skills. And here are the 5 things that separate the Grandmasters from the Bronzes. Pinpoint positioning, knowing where to stand, like holding high ground as Iron Man or lurking as Black Widow, whether to be with your tanks or off angling. Flawless ability usage, timing your ultimates and combos. If you only improve your ultimate timing, you'll rank up out of silver alone. Team synergy, coordinating with your squad where possible. Not every team is perfect, but you can be the cog in your team that keeps everything running. Slick movement, mastering hero-specific mobility like Raccoon's jetpack dashes or Loki's teleport shenanigans. There's more you can do here than you think, I promise, and we're going to show you. Crisp micro adjustments, nailing those tiny aim tweaks for heroes like Hela or Luna Snow or even a Magneto ult could be the difference between stomping or getting rolled. But here's the trap 99% of players fall into, trying to grind all of these at once. You're in the training range practicing Hela's aim, watching VODs to study positioning, trying to memorize team comps while dodging imaginary Black Panther claws. It's like trying to deadlift and cook a 5-course meal at the same time. It's just too much, especially if you got a job, school, or a dog that won't stop chewing your shoes maybe. Instead, let me share a method that's helped me not just rank up in this game, but also transform my life through over a decade of self-improvement. Progressive overload. If you've ever hit the gym, you know this means gradually upping the weight or reps to challenge your body. Same goes for Marvel Rivals. Start small with a 20-minute practice routine every other day. Say, focusing on Hela's aim or Iron Man's positioning. After a week, crank it up, add 10 minutes, or tackle tougher tasks, like practicing Loki's teleport at key times during a match. Then, test yourself in ranked matches to see if it's clicking. Here's an example from my own schedule. I start with 20 minutes of aim training for Luna Snow, focusing on her ice shots. Week 2, I upped it to 30 minutes and added movement drills to practice making myself more difficult to hit while I was shooting. By that second week or so, I could tell I was getting the hang of the unique hitboxes in-game. It's a bit different than aim trainers exclusively, which is why I stuck to in-game activities. There's a time and a place for aim trainers, but again, I wanted to get used to actually playing the game, like feeling the game out, if that makes sense. And if you hit a plateau for more than 2 weeks, switch up your routine. Maybe focus on team synergy if your positioning is already solid, and you'll know if your positioning is good if you're getting consistent picks for your team, or you're often one of the last ones to die. This method is like adding weights to your barbell. Small, steady increases lead to massive gains. Imagine Thanos snapping his fingers, but instead of wiping out half the planet, he subscribes to the channel. If you want more guides like this to crush Marvel Rivals, consider subscribing. We're pumping out content regularly now. Back to the video. Now that your mechanics are leveling up, let's talk about game sense and decision making. The biggest issue I see in gold and platinum lobbies is probably overthinking. You're sitting there as a Doctor Strange debating whether to portal your team to point A, B, or Narnia, while the enemy Raccoon, let's say, is already stealing the objective. Overthinking isn't the worst trait, it means you're seeing strategies others can't, but Marvel Rivals is about speed and timing, so we need to simplify. Enter the KISS formula. Keep it simple, silly. More often than not, the simplest play wins. I can't count how many times I died because our Luna Snow was either waiting till the last second to heal me, trying to wait for an enemy ult to counter, or something else irrelevant, or I In ranked, your teammates aren't always reading your 500-word essay on team comps. Even in eternity lobbies, some players act like they're auditioning for a role as confused NPC number 1. I'm not joking. So instead of expecting your randoms to execute a pro-level 6v6 combo, play to their strengths. Call simple plays, maybe like a 3-man push with just one of your vanguards tanking and then you have a strategist healing. That's perfect. So for example, last week I was in a match with a team that probably couldn't even spell the word synergy. Instead of raging, I kept it simple. I let our Hulk do his thing, our Star-Lord was doing a solid job peeling for our strategist, so I could simply dive his venom and do my thing. We stomped the other team because the plan was so basic even my grandma could have followed it. Just don't get lazy, mix in key utility calls when you can, you're going to need this as you rank up. Like for example, Storm, open up this next fight with your ult, or Groot, hey, wall off their backline. It seems like kind of a no-brainer play, but sometimes your teammates will appreciate those callouts because then they'll know what you are also thinking. Now, at least a third of your team is on the same page. And change up your strategy every few rounds to stay unpredictable. And by a few rounds, I mean like few iterations of you guys actually getting into a fight or a skirmish against that same team. But keep it clear enough for your teammates to actually listen. You could say KISS is your ticket to climbing ranks without pulling your hair out. Next up, a tip I don't see enough people talk about. Straight up, copy the pros. This has been my secret sauce for everything. Gym gains, book smarts, and Marvel Rivals mastery in this case. There's a saying, don't reinvent the wheel. I'm sure most of you have heard that before. When I started this channel, I didn't try to make bizarre, unwatchable content like top 10 ways to lose at menu screen. Although that could be a banger if I think about that now. But when it comes to getting better, more often than not, someone's laid the groundwork before you. Same goes for Rivals. Find streamers who main your heroes and are significantly better than you. Say someone shredding his Human Torch in top 500, watch how they position, when they pop their ult, how they assist their teammates. Really pay attention here. Why did they attack that duelist when they did, when you would have probably continued focusing the enemy strategist? Why did they do that? Was it because someone else on the Human Torch's team was also focusing an enemy duelist? Pause matches and take notes. I'm gonna say this again because this will rank you up a full tier if you do this. Pause the matches you watch and take notes. Physically write them down. There's a connection that happens with your brain when you physically write something down. I know, you might actually have to physically walk to Dollar General and pick up some paper and a pen or something, but it works, I promise. When I was trying to learn Adam Warlock, I copied how top 500 player Kurova positioned near cover, shelled out relentless damage, and even his movement patterns to dodge long-range duelists. And shocker, my win rate went up when I started implementing this. I thought it was doing a solid job of damage output playing as Adam, but Kurova is something else. He was almost constantly shooting, and you could tell his focus was on headshots specifically, and that's especially important now for this character since you get 1 second knocked off your heal cooldown when you land those headshots. And here's something I want to add. Copying isn't just mimicry. By imitating their plays, you start understanding why they work. Like, I noticed some top Venom players will use their swing to engage in a fight. I was always saving my swing so I could escape with it. But there's a time and a place to engage with it, especially if it's likely to secure a pick for your team. I started winning more games when I made this simple switch alone. Pick a streamer you vibe with, ideally one who plays your mains and makes you laugh so it doesn't feel like a chore. And seriously, passion fuels improvement, so make it fun. Now, let's talk about the non-negotiables, the rules you must follow to rank up fast. When I was grinding self-improvement, whether it was squatting heavy in the gym or mastering aim trainers, I set non-negotiable habits to stay consistent. In Marvel Rivals, these are the baseline tasks that'll skyrocket your progress. Here's my list, tailored from anyone from bronze to eternity. Unless you're positive you have above average aim, and I mean you're positive, you should probably aim train for 20 minutes. And this goes for like aim heavy heroes like Hela, Luna Snow, Adam Warlock, characters like that. And of course, if your main is the thing, this is a bit less important. Although I would still encourage you to improve your aim. It's a superpower what aim training can do for you, even with quicker decision making. I was legitimately shocked, and I don't say that word lightly, I was shocked how much quicker I just made decisions in game when I got better at aim training specifically. Play 20 good ranked matches per week. Not matches where you lose the entire game in 4 minutes, but solid games where you're focused. This game's matches are quick, so this is doable even with a busy schedule. Review 6 deaths per session. This is the biggest takeaway. Record your gameplay and watch back at least 6 deaths per session. Ask, why did I die? Was my positioning trash? Did I waste my ult? This alone can shave months off of your climb. And you don't have to record your gameplay. The in-game replay system is all right too if you want to do that. I prefer actually looking at recorded sessions as well as the in-game replay system, so do whatever works for you here. If you want to see yourself in like third person or something, that can absolutely help by using the in-game replay system. Play 2 I'm learning something games per day to practice hero-specific mechanics like Strange's portals. Even if you don't main him or play him at all, you need to teleport back to the point quick sometimes. We've all been in this situation, or maybe you haven't bothered learning Loki yet, but you main strategist. You should highly consider learning one of the strongest strategists in the game. It just makes you more dangerous. Here's why reviewing gameplay footage is the game changer. Back when I was grinding Fortnite and Unreal lobbies, I'd rewatch my deaths and realize what I was doing wrong. In Marvel Rivals, I caught myself popping ults at the wrong time, leaving me useless for a team fight. And after fixing that one mistake, I was able to find the woman of my dreams. I'm just kidding, that didn't happen. I'm already married. Sorry boys, I'm off the market. But really, ulting at better times, like gee, I don't know, when all my team is actually alive to take advantage of the situation, it's a game changer. And your ult timings are worse than you think, I promise. Recording is easy, use OBS or your console's built-in capture again, the in-game replay section. Spend just 10 minutes even after each session analyzing deaths and you'll spot patterns. Keep your non-negotiables simple and sustainable and you'll improve without burning out. Finally, one of the most underrated but critical piece. I know this sounds like something your high school coach yelled before making you run laps, but hear me out. I wouldn't be where I am in life without discipline. If you want to make 6 figures, if you want a 6-pack, if you want a loyal partner, anything that's worth having in this life takes discipline to achieve it. It's the difference between dreaming about hitting eternity and actually getting there. Discipline means doing the boring stuff because you want the results bad enough. Did I love aim training every day when I could have been binge watching rom-coms? Nope. Did I do it anyway? Yup. Because I wanted it bad enough. Did I enjoy waking up at 4 a.m. to hit the gym or read a dense self-help book? Not really, but I did it because I wanted the best version of myself. And do I want to be scripting this video at midnight when my bed's calling my name? Absolutely not. But I'm doing it because I want to help you rank up and I'd love to do this full time. Here's the deal. The hard stuff gets easier the more you do it. Reviewing deaths used to be a chore, but now I get a weird thrill spotting my mistakes. Discipline is like leveling up your IRL stats. Every boring task you push through makes you stronger. Want to rank up so fast it feels like you're cheating? Embrace the grind. Do one more ranked game. Watch one more death. Play one more ranked match. You only fail when you stop trying. That's the blueprint to rank up fast in Marvel Rivals. Mechanics, Gamesense, copying pros, non-negotiables, and discipline. If you commit to these, you'll be dunking on Celestials in no time. If you want more guides like this, consider subscribing and check out my most recent video where we break down the most broken DPS at every rank here. And join our Discord. We talk about upcoming patches, updates, just the season skins, fun times, memes, the whole bit. Link is in the description. Until next time.